Welcome to Hatha Yoga, live and on demand. Today we will continue with the theme of our practice for the holiday season through Christmas of strengthening, grounding, and relaxing. So we'll be focusing on pelvic floor, on Mula Bandha, on lower body strength. We'll be focusing on balancing, which is very much about grounding. And we'll utilize two breaths today, bellows breaths. Bellows breaths is the big breath in and the big breath out. Mostly it's focused on the belly region. And Kapalabhati, which is a breathing practice that focuses on the exhalation. So the exhalation is active and we simply allow the inhalation to happen by itself. So for our practice, we'll want a blanket, blocks if you have them, and that's it. And any other kind of props that you might like. We'll start by placing our blanket toward the middle of the mat and coming behind our blanket in reclining child's pose. So go ahead and find your way there. Reclining child's pose, the feet are together, the knees are together, and our hands are by the feet. You can bring your forehead down to the blanket. And as you come in this position, allow the shoulders to melt down toward the floor and feel the entire back body open. Find an exhalation here to begin our deliberate breathing in the practice. And inhaling, exhaling, knowing we won't go to our deepest place yet. Taking full breathings into the whole body and in particular into the back body. Gathering the legs together, melting the shoulders down and feeling comfortable with the head. 2 or 3 breaths like this. Finding one more inhale and exhale, in and out. Bringing the hands under the shoulders, slowly rise up. Sit on the heels between the sitting bones. Empty the breath completely and find a 4, 7, 8 breath. Inhaling for the count of 4. Hold for 7. Exhaling for 8. Top to bottom, slow, steady, complete exhalation. One more round, inhaling for the count of 4. Hold for 7. Everything relaxed, nice and tall with the torso. Exhale for 8. Allow the innate breath to come. And bring your knees to the blanket, hands out in front, cats and cows. Inhaling, finding our cat, and exhaling cat. Inhaling, lifting the head, tailbone up. Empty the breath. Hiss the spine toward the ceiling, forehead toward pubic bone. One more time like this. Inhale. And empty the breath. Coming through a neutral spine, tuck the toes, lift the hips, and adjust into down dog. Taking any organic movement that the body is calling for. You can go a little side to side, maybe pedal out the feet. Drawing the shoulders away from the ears and grounding the inner palms down. Releasing the heels toward the floor, empty the breath, and inhale, roll out into plank. Heart forward, gaze a little forward, strong legs, exhale, and return to down dog. Inhaling, coming forward into plank. Exhaling the knees down, find the toes stretch back, gather the heels together. Inhaling through a plank pose, find the pose. Exhaling to down dog. Creating some space on the toes and fingertips, step the right foot forward, low lunge, feet on separate tracks, look forward, release your left knee to the blanket. Allow the hips to come forward as we inhale, open the heart, gaze forward, shoulders rolling down the back. Exhaling, slowly straighten and flex the front foot. Inhaling, coming forward, extend the back foot straight back, open the heart. Empty the breath out and over the midline, flex the front foot. One more time, inhale, extend, open. Exhaling, going back. Take a breath in and out here, drawing the hips back. Empty the breath and fold into the midline. Return through the lunge, lift the back knee. Step the left foot forward and lift the right leg up into standing L. So we're making an L shape with the legs, both legs straight and strong, dialing the pinky toe side down. Extend through that back foot and lengthen through the torso. Reach and lengthen the leg up and step to the front of your blanket in a squat pose. Through squat, gently finding our way to the blanket. Cross your right leg over the left. Draw the lower back in. Empty the breath completely. Inhaling to the pelvic floor. Filling the breath there, find a gentle mula bandha, lift pelvic floor up, interlace the hands under the right knee, holding the breath in, oval circles to the inside. Switch, still holding the breath in. Feeling the circles on the pelvic floor. Pause at the center, exhale, and let the knees release down, right at the edge of our blanket. Finding our innate breath pattern, bring the right foot in half lotus or underneath the calf. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, up, out, and over toward the right. Lengthen and reach, heavy the sitting bones. Inhale, lift that left arm up and bring it to the outside of the right knee. Extend and open through the right side of the body and go out and over into the left diagonal. Heavying our right sitting bone now, drawing the lower back in and extending up, out, and over. Opening right side body. Empty the breath and deepen. Inhale, rise it up, and exhale, draw the right arm behind us for twist, or if the foot is available, we can bind it. Lengthening through the crown, equalize the shoulders, and twist toward the right, turning the head as well. Breathing into our twist. Emptying the breath and deepening the twist. Drawing the right arm around, cross, grabbing the opposite knee, empty the breath, and feel the spine go backward. On the inhale, catching our elbows, rise up. Fill the breath, hold the breath in, and bring the elbows down and up. Finding the full range of motion with the breath held in, rocking, tailbone to pubic bone. We'll meet with the arms up as we're ready, exhaling and releasing down. Extending the left leg out 45 degrees, bring the right foot in Janu Sirsasana, right by the inner thigh. Come forward with the hands lightly on the knees, find a long torso, empty the breath here completely. On empty, circle toward the left. Completely empty, adding a little bit of shoulder action here, so that we really feel long, massaging into all our internal organs, moving at your speed. Maybe you're going slower or faster than me, but completely empty. Next time we land toward the left, right hand to outside of the foot or calf, lengthen, And fold out and over toward that left leg. Now with the left hand reaching for the calf or outer foot. Right hand down, folding right along the line of the inner thigh, reaching hairline to toes. Long torso. Emptying our breath and folding. Rising up slow. Come through the center, tip back a little bit, feet together for a moment, and then lift the knees, toes come forward, waterfall the knees forward. See if they can touch at the same time. Gather the palms to heart center. Toe stretch, feeling the weight of our body on the toes. Release the fingertips down for a moment and then lift the knees and come into a toe balance. Gathering the legs together, palms at heart center. Focus the gaze. Try to release the knees downward as we lengthen the torso up. So we're trying to make a L shape there with the thighs and the torso. Release the fingertips down, lift the hips, and fold at the top, in the front of your mat. Let the head go. You can grab your elbows here, switch out the grip. Ragdoll, just hanging down. Take an inhale to lengthen. With our exhale, we'll step the right foot over the blanket. Low lunge. Let the knee release down to the blanket. And adjust so that you can find your lunge here. The left heel should stay down on the mat. Press and open. Take an inhale here. Heart opening, shoulders down. Exhale, tuck back toes, go out and over. Half splits. Inhaling, return, movement and breath, synchronizing. Exhale. Fold out and over. Last time, inhale, come forward. Really release the hips forward. Open the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale. Empty the breath. Stay here for a breath or two. Reaching and folding out and over. Exhaling to deepen. Come forward through the lunge and turn now to the long side of the mat. Narrow your feet. Bring your hands under the shoulders. Make sure your outsides of the feet are nice and aligned. Soften the knees. Interlace the hands behind. Heels of the hands together or apart. Fold into the legs. Let the head release down. Grounding through the feet, including the ball mounts of the feet. Maybe tipping a little bit forward, shining the sitting bones behind us. Empty the breath here. On your next inhale, rise with the arms like that. Keep inhaling, reach up. Find lengthen opening. Exhale, interlace the hands the other way behind the back. Open and fold. Folding down into the legs again. You can soften the knees if that supports you, or even bend them deeply. Reach the arms overhead. Exhale to deepen. Hands release underneath the shoulders, find length. Turn toward the front of the mat and then step over the blanket into down dog. Inhale, find plank pose. We'll hold plank. Shine the heart forward, inner elbows, eyes at the elbows shine forward. Strong core. We're not lifting the hips or sagging them down. Find that nice sweet spot where you feel the work in the core and the legs. Open the collarbones nice and wide. Gaze a little bit forward in plank. On our next exhale, knees down. Find that toe stretch back. Open the feet. Traction backward. Inhaling through plank and exhaling to come to down dog. Bring the feet a little closer together. Inhale the right leg up. Square the hips first. Drive the left heel down and feel even through the arms, pushing the floor away so the shoulders are away from the ears. Now point the right foot and open the hip. Extend through those toes. Keep grounding through the left heel. Finally, bend the right knee and yawn the hip open. Opening through the right side, lengthening through the left. Engage the left leg. Now extend the right leg, square the hips, and bring the foot down. Create space and step the left foot forward over the blanket, low lunge. Back to that same position, and release the knee down, right knee down. Engage the right leg so we can climb up with the arms and lose the support of the arms to really squeeze into the right leg. Melt the hips forward. We're going to find a side bend here. Reach the arms up. Steeple the index fingers. You can either cross the thumbs or have them side by side. Now stabilize the lower body really strong, melting forward and squeezing through right gluteal, and go up, out, and over laterally to the left with the arms. Keep shining the chest forward. Breathing here. Reach and lengthen. See if you can go a little deeper without moving that right hip. Keep it shining forward. Empty the breath and deepen. Inhale, rise to center. Slowly push into that left leg, left foot, and come up. Tuck the right toes. Keep the arms extended. Reach the left leg back. Lengthen here. So we're in a nice square with the back thigh and the front calf. Out and over, twist to your left. Press the palms together. Align the forearms. Inhale, lengthen the torso, and exhale, twist. Continuing to breathe here. Feel the strength in the right leg and the stability of the lower body, and twist around that stability. The inhale lengthens, the exhale drives the twist a little deeper. Remember to tune the breath. Empty the breath and deepen. Palms come to heart center. Fingertips come forward and down on the mat. Lift the back knee, step the right foot forward, standing L, second side. Fingertips down. Dial the left foot downward so it's squaring down, and feel length from the foot through the crown. Strengthen the right leg, both legs strong and straight, lengthen and reach. Tuning into the breath here. Reach a little bit more, reach and lengthen, and then soften the knees, step, step, and come into a squat pose in the front of the blanket. Find the squat, our hands contraction, the knees open, tailbone releases down, shoulders away from the ears, long torso. We'll find our first round of Kapalabhati here. Empty the breath completely. Inhale part of the way to begin. Empty completely. On a gentle inhale, sit on the front of the blanket. Exhaling, cross the left ankle in front of the right, about a foot or a foot and a half feet from pelvis. Empty the breath completely. Invite the lower back in. Inhale to the pelvic floor. Full breathing, interlace your hands under the left knee and find oval circles toward the inside of the shape. Switch. Feel that you're rocking on the entire pelvic floor. Pause, exhale. You can feel the breath releasing down through the pelvic floor into the earth. And this time bringing our left foot in half lotus or underneath the calf. Find your length in your seat. Empty the breath here. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, go to the left. The left hand pushes a little bit as the right reaches. You can gaze up. Feel the pelvic floor flushing straight down. Inhale, rise and find length. Take that right hand to the outside of the left knee. Open and lengthen now with the left arm and feel that you're folding into that diagonal. So our chest is shining out to the 45-degree angle. And we're heavying the left sitting bone. You can lift the gaze a little bit. And breathe here as we lengthen and reach. Emptying the breath. Inhale, find length, come up. Twist. The left finger is behind us, close or binding the foot. Align the shoulders, reach through the crown of the head, and twist. With the inhale, we lengthen, turning the head as well. Chin parallel to the floor, finding our twist. Empty the breath and twist a little deeper. With the inhale, we bring that left arm around, crossing, and empty the breath. Take the spine backward. Slow inhale, catch the elbows to rise, framing the head. Fill the breath here, and begin that downward and upward moving motion. Rocking tailbone to pubic bone. Meeting at the top when we're ready, exhaling. Softening here. We'll bring our right foot out, leg out, hands above the knees. Empty the breath, go down. Completely empty, take circles toward the right. Hands are lightly over the knees. Next time you come forward, see if you can empty a little bit more. Feel free to go at your speed. Next time we land to the right, left hand to the outside of the calf or the foot. And just align first and then fold with the right hand reaching and the left palm down. Almost like we're aligning our torso right into the inner thigh and inner calf and reaching the hairline toward the toes. Feel the sitting bones grounding down. Empty the breath and deepen. Rise it slowly up. Feet together. Extend the legs straight out now. Right at the edge of the blanket, we'll find a version of Mahamudra with our legs extended. You can reach for the big toes if that's available, and you can keep a nice long 45-degree angle with the torso. Or even if you have a strap, you could use a strap or hands to calves. Finding here chin parallel to the floor, tongue placement on the roof of the mouth. We'll find our first bellows breaths, big breaths in and out. Empty the breath completely. Slow inhale to fill the torso with breath. Activate the legs. Outer thighs toward inner thighs. Fill the breath. Mula Bandha. Everything else stays like it is. Feel you're drawing your pelvic floor up into the body. Hold the breath in with Mula Bandha. You can look at third eye and almost feel like you're connecting Mula with third eye. Relax Mula Bandha, exhale, and gently come forward. If you need to, soften the knees, just lengthening a little bit forward. And slowly rising back up. Hands behind us, bring the feet in, and once again, waterfall the legs out in front. Knees touch down. Go right into the lifted knees, gathering the heels together. palms to heart center. And feel that you're releasing, gather the legs and then release the knees downward as you lengthen through the crown, back side of the skull. And if you want to make it a little bit more challenging, find those hands together with the pointer fingers upward and the other hand fingers crossed. Kali Mudra, gather the legs together. When we're ready, we can release the fingertips down, straighten the legs, and fold out and over into the legs. Inhaling to lengthen, and exhale to fold. We're in front of the blanket, let the head go. Lengthening here, ground through the feet, empty the breath. With an inhale, reverse swan, bring it all the way up. And exhaling, dive right back down. Lengthen and reach. Soften knees, send the left foot back, low lunge. Find the low lunge first with the knee lifted, then we release the knee to the blanket and extend the foot. Squeeze for the left gluteal and engage the whole back leg as the hips come forward. And then we come up with the hands. We just support the lunge with the strength of our lower body, especially the back leg. Inhale, gather up, Kali Mudra. Bringing the biceps by the ears, just melt in. Stabilize the lower body exactly where it is. Go up, out, and over toward the right. Lateral bend. Breathe here. Reach and lengthen and go a little deeper. Making sure we don't change our lower body as best we can. Aligning the shoulders. Reach and deepen. Take an inhale to come up. Push a little bit and move slowly into that right foot. Come up, tuck the left toes, and invite the right foot in a little bit so we find that square. Lengthen and twist to the right. Left elbow behind the knee. Palms stack. Forearms align. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Relax the shoulders down the back. Turn the head as well. And breathe into the twist. Two more breaths. Really feeling space between our shoulders and the ears. Twist. Palms come to heart center. Release the fingertips down and step into a down dog. Now this time we can lose our blanket. We can bring it to the side. Find down dog here. Ground into the palms. Step the feet a little closer together. You lift your left leg up, squaring the hips and driving the right heel down. Try to feel even through the arms. Point the foot and open the hip without taking that left shoulder with you. Reach the right heel down. Feel the challenge into the back of the right leg. Now bend the left knee and open. Strong breathing. Both elbows straight. Extend the leg. Square the hips. Down dog. Inhale, plank pose. Find a plank. Look forward, heart forward. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale forward and through. Open into an organic cobra. You can move a little side to side, gliding the shoulders down. Then hips to heels, toes tucked. Back to down dog. Inhale, plank pose. Really arriving at the pose. Exhale, wide knees, feet extend. Extended child's pose. Look forward a bit. Traction long. Inhale, glide forward and through. Again, find length, and this time, come down. Forearms down, Sphinx pose. Forearms parallel to each other. We can traction the arms backward to shine the heart forward. You can tuck your toes and lengthen through the inner line of the leg. Relax the shoulders down. Now with this length, come down to where approximately your forehead is in line with the front of your mat. Grab a hold of the front of your mat with the hands wide and come up into our first cobra. Working with cobras today in our grounding practice. Nothing is more grounded than the snake. Hugging close to the earth. Roll the shoulders down, shine the heart forward. Gather the inner thighs a little bit curling toward the floor, but keep the sacrum nice and wide. Traction down to come down. Hands by the chest. Hips to heels. Down dog. Bring the feet a little closer together. Lift the right leg up, squaring the hips. Inhale. Exhale, modified plank. Knee to nose, nose to knee. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, modified. One more time. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, modified. Stay right here. Look forward. Inhale. And exhale, dip the knee down. Inhale here. Exhale, gather the knee in. Keep looking forward. Dip down, barely to the floor. Exhale, gather it up. Core work. Dip it down. Gather it up. One more time. Dip it down. Gather it up. Extend right back up with that right leg. One-legged down dog. Now, as you bring your right foot down, bring it one footprint in front of the left foot with the toes turned out 45 degrees. Catch a hold of the front of your shin with the right arm. Left shoulder away from the ear. Float the left leg up. See how solid you can be through that right leg, solid through the left arm. Activating the left leg. Reach and lengthen. Right hand back down. Left foot down. Reach the right leg up. And step it forward. Low lunge. Find a moment here. Fingertips to transition. Hands to waist as we rise up. So we're finding a high lunge here. Take a moment to feel the hips squaring. We're low with that front knee deeply bending. Gather the hands in Kali Mudra and reach the arms up. Left leg really strong and straight. You can stay here or you can make it a little bit of a back bend, like a lifted crescent moon, shining the heart upward as the hips continue to release down. The elbows straight if that's available. Coming back through the vertical, extend forward into a diagonal and then break the arms open and wing them behind us. More weight into that front leg. Slowly spring lightly off that back foot and rise it up to a toppling tree. Squaring down with our chest and the hips. Gather it up to knee to chest. Keep the gaze focused. Finding the standing leg. You can stay right here or catch a hold of the side of the foot and extend the leg forward. Standing L in a different shape. Not lifting that front leg too high. So it's about hip height with the left leg. Knee or foot releases or leg releases. Gather the hands in Kali Mudra. Touch down with the left big toe. Lengthen. Balancing stick. Just tip forward with the whole body. Shine chest and hips down and reach. Finding length. Soften the knees, step, step into down dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhaling through chaturanga all the way down. Feet extend, inhale. Up dog or cobra. Exhale, hips to heels, down dog. Take a few breaths in down dog. Feel free to go into child's pose as we prepare for second side. If you want a more restful down dog, you can step the feet in a bit so that the heels go all the way down. Find deep breaths in and out. As we prepare for second side, we'll all meet in a down dog with the feet a little closer together than usual. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, modified plank, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhaling, modified. Inhale, extend. Exhale, modified. Stay here, inhale. Exhale, dip the knee down, look forward. Inhale and exhale, gather the knee in. Inhale, tap knee barely to the floor. Exhale, gather it in. Keep looking forward, strong whole body. As we're ready, we'll extend the leg up. Step the foot, one footprint in front of the right. Left toes turned out. Grab a hold of the front of the left shin and reach the right leg up. Right shoulder away from the ear. Deep breathing. Strong left leg and right arm. Return the left hand. Bring the right foot down. Lengthen up through the left leg. Create space and step that foot forward. Feet on separate tracks as we find our low lunge. And we bring the hands to the hips and rise it up. As we're ready, Kali Mudra with the hands, biceps by the ears, deep lunge with the lower body. Staying here, shining the heart up, making it into a little bit of a back bend. Extend forward through the arms, wing the arms behind us. Find that flying variation where we bring more weight over the front leg. And gently, slowly tap and lift, springing off the back leg, and find our toppling tree. Transitioning here, knee to chest. Find a standing leg. As we're ready, you can just stay where you were if that's what you did first side, or take a hold of the outside of the foot and extend the leg forward. Slowly release the foot or the knee. Gather the palms, touch down with the right big toe. Kali Mudra into balancing stick. Finding length, reach. Soften the knees and step back to down dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, little forward and down, chaturanga or to the mat. Inhale, open, up dog or cobra. Exhaling to down dog. Inhaling, plank pose. Exhale the knees down wide. Feet extend, extended child's pose. Inhale forward and through. Open, and exhale, come back down, Sphinx pose. Our forearms making the number 11. Reach back through the inner lining of the leg, traction with the arms. Relax the shoulders down. Shine the heart forward and tune into the breath. Slowly tractioning the arms backward, come down with length. Arrange it so that about your mouth level is in line with the front of the mat. Grab your front of the mat and rise up into a deeper cobra. Shining the heart forward, curling the inner thighs down. Relax the shoulders down, open. Slowly come down, nice and long. Bring the hands by the chest and rise up to tabletop. Arrange it so the knees are under the hips and the shoulders over the elbows. Inhaling and exhaling now with bellows breaths, cows and cats. Feel free to find your own tempo, big breathings. Two more. Emptying the breath. Coming through a neutral, tuck the toes and lift the hips. Come into down dog. Slowly now walk your hands back to the feet, to the back of the mat, hang over the legs, knees bending any amount. Empty the breath here. Hang. Inhale, reverse swan, come all the way up. And exhaling, release the hands down. Inhaling, reach the arms up. Exhale the hands through the midline, interlace as we press the hands down. Now find a slow inhale to reach the arms up, fill the breath. Ground through the feet with the breath held in, go up, out, and over to the right. Lateral bend, heart shining forward, breath held in, lower body strong. With the breath held in, come up. Exhale, release the arms down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale through midline. Interlace the non-dominant way. Take an inhale, rise up. Fill the breath, drop the tailbone down, lengthen the lower back. With the breath held in, up, out, and over to the left. With the breath held in, come up, and exhale, release the arms. Take a sun breath, breathing in. And breathing out. Eyes fully open. Bring the hands to the waist. We're going to step forward with the right foot into a narrow warrior one. So narrow warrior one, short warrior one means about one leg distance apart between the feet. But the feet are kind of wide here. Ground through the left foot. Bend into the right knee. Drop the tailbone down, chin parallel to the floor. Bring your arms up into a diagonal. We're going to find Kapalabhati here with a super stable lower body. Feel the back leg strong. As we're ready. Draw the elbows in on the exhale. Few more. Empty here. Inhale, circle the arms forward, up and back. Interlace them behind the back, straighten the legs, open the heart. And exhale, dive into the midline with the hands interlaced. Palms apart or together. Gathering the left hip back, and the right hip back, and the left a little forward. Aligning the head with the spine. Empty the breath here, deepen with the arms. Release the hands down. Keep the length of the legs, but just narrow your stance a little bit. Into pyramid pose. Find that alignment with the hips. Bring your hands behind you, fingertips or palms down. Head and extension of the spine. If you want to go into another variation, a little bit of a balance. Interlace your hands above the left knee, then re-straighten the legs. Almost like you're making a vise with the arms. Without gripping the floor, a little bit of corkscrewing into the floor with the feet. And really strong legs. Empty the breath, deepen the fold. Soften the knees. Step the left foot forward, standing splits. Reach that right leg up. Fold into the legs. The hands can frame the foot, or you can bring your left hand behind the ankle. Spark through the right toes. Fold into the left leg. Activate both legs. Maybe deepen the fold as you reach the right leg out of the hip socket, flanking through the right toes, really engaging the toes to engage the leg. Reach a little higher. Release any grip you may have. Big step back for warrior two position. Feel free to bounce once or twice to get there. Long stance this time. Gather the left hip under and windmill and come up. You can go deeply into the bend of the left knee as we ground the right outer edge of the foot down. Extend through the arms like they're one unit, a wingspan here. Go a little deeper into your bend. Shoulders are stacked over the hips. Rib cage is even. Go a little bit deeper, 2 or 3 more breaths. Empty the breath. Inhale, straighten both legs. Reach up with the left arm, slide your other arm down. Take a breath or two through radiant triangle. And then bring your torso to the open side and reach up and over with the left arm, traditional triangle. Aligning the arms, the left hand is lightly on the shin. Telescope the torso out of the waist. Draw your left hip underneath the right, but keep the ball mount of the left foot grounded. Edge of the right foot down, reach and open. Extend. Release the upper arm back, down and forward, bend into the front knee, low lunge. Release the right knee down, extend the foot. Melt the hips open, shoelace part of the foot down on the floor with the right side, and then lift the knee. We can feel that we're dragging that front foot forward a little bit the front foot backward a little bit and the back foot forward. Gather all the muscles around the bone. If you have blocks, 2 blocks can be very helpful here. Even 1 block can bring the hands to that block. Really working into the strength here and the opening as we squeeze into the muscles of the back leg, but also open forward through the hips and hip flexors. Slowly soften the knee down. If you use blocks, remove them. And step back to down dog. Inhaling plank pose, heart forward, look forward, strong core legs. Exhale a little forward and down, chaturanga, or to the mat. Open into an up dog. Finding down dog. feet hip distance apart. Slowly walk the hands back. Walk the hands back to the feet. Reach for your calves, ankles, or maybe cup your heels. Let your head release down. And bring your torso and your thighs together. Find a forward fold for a few breaths. As we shine the sitting bones behind us, lift the tailbone, waterfall the torso down. Maybe coming a little closer to an edge here. Shifting a little bit of weight to the ball mounts of the feet. Empty the breath and fold. Let the hands go. Soften the knees a lot. On a slow inhale, unroll with the head to come up last. When we come up, roll the shoulders back and down. Once or twice. Mountain pose. Ground through the feet and reach through the crown of the head. Feel your mountain. Ball mounts of the feet are down. The toes are nice and loose. You can even spread them a little bit and then let them come down. Feel the tailbone drip down and the shoulders relax. Now with an inhale, we'll reach our arms overhead without bringing the shoulders up to the ears. Frame the head, palms facing each other. Extended mountain. Empty the breath here. Finding a 4, 7, 8 breath. Inhale. From the soles of the feet to the fingertips, tracing the breath through the body for a count of 4. Hold the breath at the fingertips for 7. Exhale for 8. Do that one more time, inhaling soles of feet to fingertips for a count of 4. Hold. Exhale for 8. Palms to heart center. Take a breath or two. If you close your eyes, fully open them. Preparing for second side. Bring the hands to the hips and step the left foot forward into that short warrior 1. Feel the evenness of the hips and the edge of the right foot fully down. Hands come into the diagonal. Tailbone drips down, chin parallel to the floor. Kapalabhati when you're ready. Stable lower body. A few more. And empty the breath. Inhale, swing the arms forward, up and back, straighten the legs. Interlace your hands, find a non-dominant grip, open the heart. And exhale, dive into the midline. You can always pause parallel to the floor and re-inhale. Reach the arms overhead, find the length of the torso. Draw the left hip back and the right hip a little forward. Feeling our sacrum is nice and even. See if you can go a little bit deeper, reaching the arms overhead. Release the arms down. Narrow the stance, so same length, but a little bit more narrow. Take a moment to feel that pyramid, finding the alignments of the lower body, and then the hands can wing back, fingertips or hands. Or softening your right knee, interlace your hands behind the right knee. And straighten the legs and the arms. And fold down. Bringing the torso into the midline, really breathing here. Paying attention to that back leg, that we're straightening it. Front leg is also straight. Tuning into the breath. Inviting the kneecaps up into the thighs. Empty the breath here. Release the grip, soften the knees, and step your right foot forward. Standing splits, lift the left leg up. Framing the right leg or holding onto the right ankle, sparking through the left toes. It's a fold and a lift, and both legs are active. You can either look in front of your toes or look at your shin, whatever's comfortable. But be comfortable with your neck. See if you can fold a little deeper. Extend and reach and open, fold. Hands framing the foot, big step back. Take your balance once or twice if you need it. It's a wide stance for warrior two. Draw the right hip under and rise up and extend. Relax the shoulders. Align the arms. Align the shoulders over the hips. And even out the rib cage. The right knee a little bit out toward the third and fourth toes so the knee doesn't buckle in. And this also helps to rotate the hip under. Go a little deeper. Gazing out over the right hand. Empty the breath and deepen. Inhale, slowly straighten. Find your radiant triangle, sliding the left hand down the thigh, reaching the right fingertips up. Feel that opening through the heart, right side body. Ground through the feet without gripping the floor. Turn to the open side and reach with the right fingertips, like you're reaching for an upper shelf and then coming down. So we come down long with the whole torso. Align the arms and come into a classic triangle pose. Right hip coming under the left. Palm out of the right foot grounding, edge of the left foot grounding. Telescope the torso out. Point the tailbone back to the left heel. Very light on that right hand. You could also use a block, of course. Coming into the final breaths here, lengthen. Feel the engagement of the legs. Left arm back, down and forward, transition to a low lunge. And then a back knee down low lunge. Roll over the front of the back knee, come forward, activate the leg, and then rise up to the shoelace part of the foot. Drag the back foot forward and the front foot back a little bit. If you use blocks or even one block on any setting, wrap all the muscles of the back leg into the bone. Square down with the quad of the back leg. Feeling the strength and opening that this pose generates. And we can let the knees soften down. Bring your block to the side. Tuck the toes and take your time. Step back to a down dog. Settle in a down dog just for a few breaths. If you'd like a child's pose, feel free to take it. Feeling the difference between this one and our first one. Driving the heels down. Making that mountain shape with the body. As you press through the hands and the feet, the tailbone naturally lifts. Inhale it out into a nice plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale forward and through. As you come down, lengthen the torso. When you touch down, tuck the toes and lengthen the legs and shimmy them together. The legs become one. Now we come into our classic cobra. You can line the heel of the hand with the shoulder, the middle of the hand, or hardest variation, the fingertips with the shoulder. Ground through the palms. Lift through a baby cobra.
All 10 toes down. Feel the kneecaps lifting from the floor and the legs gathering into the tail of the cobra. Now push into the hands without bringing the shoulders up. The highest place you want to go, your pubic bone is still down. So your elbows might be very deeply bending. You can look up a little bit or forward. Slide your shoulders down. Make sure they don't come up to the ears. Feeling into this back bend, arms strengthening, whole body pose. Everything coming to the midline. Glide it down. Keep the legs as they are. Take your hands a little further back. Strong core. Knees and feet together. Come into a reclining child's pose where we started, the hands by the feet. Gather the legs, forehead down. Take 2 or 3 breaths here into the back body. Bringing your hands down, rise it up. Gather your hands in Kali Mudra and frame your head with the biceps. Tailbone down, lengthen the lower back, bring it in a little bit to the body, shoulders away from the ears. We'll take a round of Kapalabhati here, gather the legs in, empty the breath, inhaling part of the way to begin. Empty the breath. Slowly release the hands down to the thighs. Take an easy breath in and out. Empty the breath completely. Inhaling, full breath into the whole body to hold. Re-inhale at the top, hold the breath and relax the whole body. No bandhas, just hold the breath in, soften the gaze. You can look up the third eye or out in front of you with a vague focus. Continue to hold. Feel the breath in the whole body tingling. When you're ready, exhale. Open the eyes fully if they were closed. We'll meet in a down dog. As we move toward our finishing poses here, or floor poses, ground the palms in the hands. Step the left foot in a little bit, reach the right leg up. And step the foot forward, low lunge. So we've been working with lunges, and so here we are in a peak pose, crescent lunge, traditional crescent lunge. Let your left knee come down and roll over the front of the back knee. This protects the knee. Immediately activate into your left leg as you release. Option 1, arms out in a V. Hips are coming forward and down, chest is reaching up and back. You can stay here or Kali Mudra, straightening the elbows. Squeeze into left gluteal, melt the hips in, shine the heart up. Stay comfortable with your neck. Your gaze can lift up. Two or three more breaths. Everything coming into the midline. You can feel a little bit of scissoring in the upper inner thighs. Continue to squeeze through the back leg. Deepen the back bend and the forward belt. Slowly rise up, release the fingertips down. Slowly straightening the front leg. Take your left foot out a little toward the left and sit right next to your left foot. As you come down, you can also bring your left hand and peel your calf away from the thigh to give a little more space to sit. And we're folding forward. If you can fold forward without the support of the hands, do so. But if you feel as you're folding that you're tipping toward the right, your right hand can come down and push a little bit right to your side of the thigh. Push a little bit toward the center line, and the other hand reaches and we fold. Preparation for heron that is coming next. Fold with length. Empty the breath here and slowly rise back up. Lift your right hip, both hips off the floor. Grab your block and position it so that you're right at the edge of your right sitting bone. You're going to sit on the block. Take a moment to find the pose here. Your right leg is extended for a moment. Find your seat on the block. You can also do heron without the block if that's something that's in your practice. The block really facilitates the stretch. Now we're going to bring our right foot in. First thing we do is find the length through the torso. We're cultivating this through the whole pose. Then grab your foot either side and draw your torso and your right thigh together. And this again helps us to lengthen through the whole back body, including the lower back. From there, you can start to negotiate straightening the leg. Keep reaching up. It's kind of like you want to bring your shin and your forehead together. It's a forward fold, seated upward. Find your edge and stay there. Try maybe not to have your elbows coming out, bring them in. Keep inviting your lower back into the body. Find where your edge is and take 2 or 3 breaths here. Deepening the fold, reaching torso and leg toward each other. Now grab your calf to slowly allow the leg to descend with control. Tip over to the left, remove your block. Sit back where we started and open your left knee out slightly. So we started with the knees aligning, and we're going to open the left foot out slightly, still the calf away. Bring the right foot in, either to the inner thigh, or if it's available to you in the half lotus. Gathering the knees a little bit together, finding another twist here. Left hand behind the right knee with the right hand behind, twist, or bind the foot if you have the half lotus and twist. Relax the shoulders down, twist, turn the head as well. Lengthen up through the back crown of the head, deepen the twist, breathe into the twist. Empty the breath and twist a little deeper. Now if you have the foot, keep holding it. Release your left hand, bring it forward, and fold, holding on to the foot into the diagonal toward the right side, or use both hands to fold if you do not have your foot. Find a deep fold wherever you are. Breathe into the belly for a few breaths. Lengthening left side body. Slowly rise. Release the bind of the foot if you have it. If you're in the half lotus, let the foot come down. Lean a little to the right and extend your left leg out. So we started in this pose where we were 90 degrees. We're coming into a side bend, another peak pose. We want to go a little wider, maybe to 110 degrees or so. And lots of options here. You start by placing that left forearm down, any angle that feels good for your body. And then reach up with the right arm and fold into that diagonal of the left leg. So the chest is flushing open and aligning with the left leg. Now, if you know that you can reach that outside of the foot with the right arm, you can grab with the right hand, you can grab it, and you can tiptoe your left fingertips forward until the left shoulder comes inside the thigh. And turn with the chest as though you want to turn toward the ceiling. Heavy the right sitting bone, even though it's lifted. And finally, the left hand can grab the right knee. Keep heavying the right sitting bone, breathing into side body. Empty the breath and feel that deepening of that side bend. If you have the foot, bring your right hand down, and with the support of the hand, slowly come up, no hurry. Tip back a little bit, bring the feet together momentarily, and then feet down, waterfall the knees down, preparing for garland or crow practice. Open the knees. Keep the feet together and bring the hands in. Garland, we take the arms out, squeeze the knees to the outer shoulders, chin toward the chest, and breathe deeply into the belly. Beautiful restorative breath here, restorative practice. Beautiful breathing for all the organs of the torso here. If you wanted to do the crow, that's an arm balance practice. Place the hands down. I'm going to step back a little bit so you can see me. So the hands don't have to be straight forward. They can be slightly out with the crow. And then we bring our knees toward the armpits. Eventually they may come there. Look forward in the crow. And then tip-toe, play with bringing up one foot at a time or both together. Maybe seeing if a little bit of Mula Bandha action is helpful. You can keep the feet apart or bring the toes together. And we'll land in a squat pose. Splay the knees open. Release the hands down, straighten the legs, toes forward, and adjust into a down dog. Stepping the feet a little back, the hands a little forward. Preparing for our second side here. Ground through the palms. Create some space and step the left foot forward. Low lunge. Long distance between the feet so that the knee and the ankle align. Press back through that back leg. Release the knee down. Extend the foot. And roll over the front of the back knee to come forward. Squeeze into the back leg. When we're ready, we can release the support of the hands. Reach the arms up. Or find Kali Mudra. Feel that engagement through the right leg as the hips melt forward, the heart lifts. If you have Kali Mudra, trying to straighten our elbows. Even if the arms are out in a V. Gather everything into the midline. Hips forward and down, chest up and back. Nice deep breathing into the whole body. Empty the breath, deepen. The inhale brings us up. With the exhale, hands come down. Taking our time, inhaling and straightening the left leg. Exhaling, sitting back. Next to the foot, you can roll the right calf away. Align the knees. And reach forward, folding forward with both hands if you can stay nice and even, or left hand down, pushing a little bit away. Our left hand right to the side of the thigh, pushing so we can align and feel the pelvic floor shining down on the floor. Empty the breath and deepen. Slowly come up. And I should have said it on the first side, you can also use a blanket underneath your left upper thigh. If you have the block, you bring it there, you sit right at the edge of the block. And invite the left foot in. And take a moment here. Shoelace part of the right foot down. Take a moment to feel the length of the torso. Next moment, we grab the sides of the foot and draw the leg and the torso toward each other. Finally, from there, you can always stay right here. Or from there, keeping that contact between the torso and the thigh, we can extend. And as we extend, it's almost like we're extending our torso up as well, so that the torso and the thigh are coming together. And we're looking for an edge here. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Coming up maybe a little higher or toward what your edge is, feeling the length of the whole back body. Fold and deepen. Catching our calf, we allow the leg to slowly descend. Remove the block. Sitting down, we can open the right knee out slightly. So we start with those knees aligned. We open out slightly. Bring the left foot in to inner thigh or to the half lotus. Taking your time to get there. If you have the half lotus, you can gather the knees a little closer. Bring the right hand to the outside of the left knee. Left hand behind us, twist. Or left hand binding left foot. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist. Like every twist, same alignments apply. We inhale to lengthen, we exhale to twist. Chin parallel to the floor, back, crown of the head reaching up. Shoulders relaxed, aligned. Turn the head as well. Breathe into the twist. Twist, twist, empty the breath, and twist. Now keep the foot if you have it, or both hands down, and fold into that left diagonal. You can, if you're binding the foot, it's only the right arm reaching forward. Lengthen here, feeling the whole torso lengthen, a deep fold, breathing into the torso. Empty the breath. Both hands or right hand in, slowly break the bind if you have it and rise. Release the left foot down. If it's in the half lotus, go to the left and extend your right leg out. You can start in that 90-degree angle and then widen. Widen a little bit. You can use your hands behind to widen. Again, coming through the pose in different ways. We bring the right forearm down. It can be out wherever it's comfortable for you, and the left arm reaches. The right knee and the right foot are shining straight up. Don't let them dip toward the back. Staying right here, having the left sitting bone. Or, if you did it on the first side, see if you can catch the outside of the right foot. Finagle the right shoulder to the inner thigh. And spin the torso through. Keep heavying the left sitting bone, even though it's lifted, in all likelihood. And finally, if you're doing this variation, right hand can come to the left knee. Breathe into the left side body. Activating our right leg. Couple more breaths here, feeling that opening. Bring the left hand down. Slowly rise up, no hurry. Tip back a little bit, bring the feet together. Come toward the middle of the mat and grab your blanket. Sit right at the edge of the blanket. Bring the right foot in half lotus and then the left foot. So come into full lotus if it's in your practice, half lotus, or Sukhasana, which is simply cross legs, just remembering what side you're on.
we're going to take Mahaveda. This is the pose where we hold the breath on the pelvic floor and gently pound the pelvic floor down. If you have full lotus, the whole lower body can lift. If you don't, just your knees stay down and you just lift the pelvic floor. You get the same benefits of the practice, the breath held in. When we are going to start pounding, we'll just gently come off the edge of our blanket. So just take a couple breaths here. We're going to set it up with bellows breath again. A few rounds. Empty the breath completely. All the air out and find 5 bellows breaths. Exhale completely. Inhale to the pelvic floor. Re-inhale. Mula Bandha, hands down, hold the breath at the pelvic floor and gently pound up and down with the breath held in. Stay comfortable with the rest of your body, just gazing slowly down or even with the eyes closed. Hold the breath in, slide back up to your blanket and exhale. Take a breath in and out. Four, 7, 8 breath. Hold for 7. Exhale for 8. Super slow, steady. You can almost feel the breath emptying from top to bottom. As you come to the count of 8, you'll feel the belly drawing in. One more round, 4, 7, 8. Coming back to our innate pattern. Undoing the position of our legs so we can find the second side, left foot leading, half lotus, full lotus, or easy pose, cross-legged. It's called Sukhasana, crossing the other way. Take a moment, hands down in these strong breathing practices, not pressing, but just feeling with our palms down that it supports lengthening our torso. Shoulders relax, find all the alignments, empty the breath. 5 bellows breaths. Exhaling completely. Inhaling, breath to pelvic floor. Re-inhale. Hold the breath in, slide off your blanket, gently pound down. Mula Bandha. Glide back onto your blanket. Exhale, release Mula. Come back to your breath. Something different this side. We're going to hold the breath out without bandhas. Empty completely to begin. Take a full breath into your whole body. And slowly exhale now, top to bottom. Relax every part of the body. As you fully exhale, you'll feel the belly coming in. All the air out. Stay completely empty and simply draw the attention inward and watch. Watch as the desire to breathe mounts and stay really calm. When you're ready, gently inhale, don't gasp for breath. And exhale. Eyes fully open. Go back a little bit, break the pose, extend forward. Time for our finishing poses in Shavasana. Step the feet out a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Hold under the knees as we usually do this. Really helps us to lengthen. And then as we exhale to go back, we just keep holding on, and we can almost feel the spine, one vertebrae at a time, articulating. Coming all the way down. We'll take 2 bridges or 1 bridge and 1 wheel. So I'll walk us through the first, you can take any bridge you might like, but I'll walk us through the bridge variation. If you want to come with me, we lift the knees, catch a hold of the outsides of our shins, place the feet down, and start to climb the hips up. As the feet come down, make sure your heels are behind the toes. Shimmy your shoulders toward each other, lift the hips, chest lifts up toward the chin. Ground through the feet, lift a little higher. Energetically, the knees are coming forward, the inner thighs are parallel, our pelvic floor is relaxed, and the hips are lifting, chest toward chin. Inhale, maybe come up a tad, and exhale, just relax down. Let the feet move a little further away. Feet on the floor. Just let everything relax. 2 or 3 breaths. Second time, I'll walk us through a wheel. Feel free to do a bridge, maybe a different variation. Maybe you'd like to do a bridge with the arms overhead. We'll all come up through a bridge with our hands by our sides. Bring the fingertips near the head. Walk the shoulders a little closer to the feet. Flip the hands. Momentarily crown barely to the floor and then push up. As you push up into your wheel, take your heels a little further out so they're behind the toes. Look down a little bit and press the torso through the arms. Try to straighten the arms. Let the head release completely. Chin comes in as we slowly roll out of our wheel or bridge. Come back down. The feet can step a little further out. Bring your hands to the belly and take 2 or 3 breaths. Preparing for our last pose. Inversion practice, if you wanted, if another pose is calling to you, like headstand, you can do that, but just make sure your space is clear of anything that you could fall on. If you're coming with me, we'll do half shoulder stand, palms to the side, lift the legs. Strong core, a little bit of support with the hands, and we rise the hips up. Gather the hands around the waist. From here forward, we don't look at the screen. Keep the head nice and aligned with the spine. You can stay right here. If you have experience and you want to refine the pose, just split the legs for a moment, one overhead, one out. The one that's overhead comes down, we shimmy our shoulders in, then we split the legs the other way. Shimmy in, maybe both feet down, plow pose. Don't move your head. You can interlace your hands behind you and draw your arms closer. Then your hands return to the waist, one leg at a time, re-lift up. So the idea there is we refine the alignment,
Now allow the eyes to close and just simply stay here. Consider it a preparation for Shavasana. Allow everything to relax. You can let the breath go into your innate pattern. Allowing the inversion to do the work. There's nothing to do here except get ourselves into the right shape. And then gravity does the rest. Coming out of it through longevity. Again, not looking, but if you need to, you can always sit up to see unfamiliar poses the first time they stream through. We reach our legs overhead. One hand at a time comes to the same shin. And we just find a sweet spot where we're balancing on the back of the head and the backs of the shoulders. Continuing to allow the breath to breathe us. Gliding our hands now toward the ankles. Break your fall as you slowly articulate the spine down. When this back is fully down, happy baby, catch a hold of the outsides of the feet. The elbows come toward the inner calves and just draw the knees down. Feeling the whole back on the floor. In your time, feet down, arms to the side. One leg at a time, extend out. Take an inhale through the nose. And sigh it out through the mouth. Let everything go now, melting into the ground. Giving yourself permission to rest. The eyes closed, or the eyes can be open in Shavasana with an unfocused gaze up toward the ceiling, not moving our eyes. In a relaxed stillness with the eyes and softening the eyes. The softening of the eyes is a paramount way to allow the whole body to relax. So really softening the eyes. Continually relaxing the body down. Bringing the witness mind online, the open awareness of anything that arises in our experience. One of our teachers calls it a big luminous hug. Giving a big luminous hug to whatever your experience is at the moment. Continually relaxing and expanding our awareness, softening the eyes.
Seeing if we can access a deeper space now, relaxation, observing if there's any subtle tensions, and letting them release. With your next in-breath, allowing the breath to bring movement into your body. You can keep your eyes closed. Any movement that your body is asking for, maybe a nice good morning stretch, arms overhead, feet out. And as you're ready, rolling over to your right side if you're doing this class live or in the morning. The left side if you're evening time and staying home. Draw the knees in toward the chest and connect with an elevated emotion at this moment. And simply look inward, feeling into the inner landscape. Devotion, joy, endurance, equanimity, clarity, forbearance, faith, whatever it is that arises for you. Connect clearly with that feeling. Let it shine for a moment and invite it to return during the course of the day and perhaps during the course of the next few days. As we slowly come and find our seat together, keeping the eyes half closed or closed, any comfortable seat, preparing to dedicate our practice as we always do. May all beings be happy and free, gathering the palms to heart center and breathing in together. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Tat Sat. Namaste. Thank you for joining. We will see you next time.